Kevin Roberts joins me now. Kevin, what happens now in Virginia after a judge called the redistricting vote there unconstitutional? Do they go back to the old map?
Well, we certainly hope so. We're cautiously optimistic at Heritage, Stu, that the decision by Tazewell County Circuit Court judge is going to withstand the appeal that no doubt will happen in the next few days. The timeline is that will very quickly go to the Virginia State Supreme Court, which, as you probably know, is moderately conservative. Whether they're conservative or liberal, however, the constitutional grounds for the circuit court judge's decision are very sound. Whatever you think about redistricting and gerrymandering and who's behind it, what happened in Virginia, what passed in Virginia on Tuesday night, is simply unconstitutional. It's that simple. And so I do think ultimately by mid-May, common sense will reign, and we will be back to the heart of your question, to the old maps, which would be, by the way, the fairest maps of any state in the country.
This is true. There's lots of talk about the GOP being in disarray and being way behind in the polls. So how do Republicans avoid a blue wave in the midterms?
Well, they need to be bold. I'm grateful for all of the leaders that we have in D.C. who are courageous, but I have to look at this from the lens of the normal, everyday American who's told year after year, send a conservative majority to Congress and we will do tax reform and reform across the board. We did that with the Working Families Act last year. But the problem this year, as no doubt your audience knows, Stu, is that Congress hasn't done enough. And so what we're saying at Heritage is don't miss the opportunity to deliver on the popular agenda that sent this Republican trifecta to Washington. If they do, if they fail on this opportunity, then what's going to happen is that those of us who work with grassroots activists in the fall simply won't have anything to motivate them to go knock on doors.
So you're advising the Republican Party to use any parliamentary maneuver they possibly can to get voter ID, to fund DHS, and all the other good things that the Republicans want to do. No matter what it takes, change the parliamentary rules and get it done. Is that what you're saying?
It's that simple. Even the filibuster, which is sacrosanct, shouldn't stand in the way of the people's agenda. As my friend Senator Mike Lee said this morning, either enforce the filibuster and make the opponents talk, or nuke the doggone thing.
I like that. Trump's Fed chair pick, Kevin Warsh, he faced tough questions on financial disclosure and Fed independence at its confirmation hearing. Okay, would Warsh's private sector success be an asset if he's confirmed? He's worth over $100 million.
Look, I think he's a tremendous nominee. I think he's going to be confirmed. It's very clear, both because of his personal pattern of virtuous behavior as well as his professional conduct. We ought to have no worries there. Let's get him confirmed and let's let the Fed do its business. This economy, as you know, Stu, is like a couple of rockets sitting on the platform, down at a NASA base, and it's just ready to take off. If we can get the Iran conflict concluded, which I think we will, we get Congress to do something bold, we get Kevin Warsh confirmed as head of the Fed, I actually think by the end of the summer, those of us who are conservatives are going to be smiling because we're doing the people's business. It is time for us to do what conservatives were elected to do. Heritage stands with anyone willing to do the people's business.
I want to get back to the hearings. I remember Senator Warren called Warsh a sock puppet. That was an insult. Is he picking on him? Is she picking on him because he's wealthy and she doesn't like bankers?
That's rich coming from Pocahontas. I think that we ought to consider the source and know that Warsh earned his living, he earned his wealth, and this is still America, it's not the Soviet Union. We ought to congratulate that and say this is precisely the kind of guy who understands microeconomics and will manage the Fed much better than Jay Powell has.
Got it. Kevin, thanks very much for joining us this morning. I know we'll see you again soon.